Everybody loves a comeback, but boy, are they easy to screw up. In this video, I want to help you smooth out any obstacles in the way of your running comeback, explain why my personal running comeback is not going so well, and talk about all the ways that we can remove those obstacles from our comeback and hopefully just get into better and better shape. Now, a lot of you guys know that I'm attempting my own running comeback right now. I think I announced this in early February or maybe even in late January. And it's not been going great. Here I am, I'm filming this the day after the Boston Marathon. So I'm feeling super excited. I'm just feeling jazzed up about running right now, but I'm in no better shape than I was when I announced this comeback. That's because I've really had a bunch of struggles in my way during this couple-month time period. Number one, I got COVID and I had to take some time off. Then I had to do some easy running before I got into anything substantial. I caught a stomach bug from one of my kids, and because I added too much intensity too early into my comeback, before I had much of a substantial base, I tweaked my Achilles a little bit. Now, the good news is I'm still running. I'm feeling good. I'm actually, it's been probably a week or two since I've really felt any kind of discomfort in that Achilles tendon. So the good news is that I'm still training really well. I'm feeling good, but I haven't progressed too much. And I'm so reminded of the fact that we cannot be on the schedule that we want to be if we're making a comeback. So whether you've taken a lot of time off after a goal race, you've taken a season off, maybe you're coming back from an injury, or you're just like me, you just took a lot of time where you were running but not training. And there's a big difference between the two. And so for me, I'm struggling with this because it's quite difficult to get back to the level that I was once at. And I think it's always important to know that you can't be on some schedule that you just dream up. Your body is in charge. You have to be on your body's schedule, not on your brain's schedule. And even though I know that, it's hard to implement that in practice for me, myself. So I know how hard it must be for other runners. So if you are struggling a little bit with getting back into things, I think exercising a lot more patience, really understanding that your body takes time to not only recover from the work that you're doing, but then adapt to it. So that's the name of the game, right? We don't want to just work out and recover. We want to get better. That's where the adaptation comes in. And it usually takes weeks and months rather than thinking in terms of days. And if you can think in terms of ideally months and perhaps quarters, then your trajectory is going to be a lot smoother because you're not going to be taking shortcuts. You're not going to be rushing your fitness along. You're going to be a lot more patient, and that's going to lead to a lot more consistency, fewer injuries. Where was this advice for me 3 months ago? I should have taken my own advice. So if you are making a comeback yourself, be a little bit more patient and realize that your body is in charge, not your brain. This video is sponsored by Gooder Sunglasses. I'm Jason Fitzgerald for Gooder. Our newest sponsor is Gooder Sunglasses. Well, I'm not just a spokesman for Gooder, I'm also a client. Look, I'm not gonna pretend. You guys know that I've been wearing Gooder sunglasses in my videos for years. I don't need them to sponsor my YouTube channel, but I'm thrilled that they finally are. Gooder sunglasses are my favorite sunglasses out there. They're made for running. There's no slip or bounce because of the technology that they use. And every single pair is 100% polarized, so you're gonna protect your eyes out there from the sun. But most importantly, you're gonna look amazing. You're gonna look good bombing down the trail or the road, and even if you fall on your face on the trail and smash your sunglasses, you're gonna be able to easily replace them because they're very affordable. Gooder sunglasses only start at $25 per pair. And I love that Gooder is a carbon neutral company. They donate 1% of profits to environmental causes. They're just a great company doing good things for the running community. And if you'd like to get free shipping on your next pair of hot Gooder sunglasses, go to gooder.com/strengthrunning, and that's where you can see the special offer they've put together for our YouTube subscribers. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, but I really don't think you're gonna need it. Enjoy your Gooder sunglasses. Go to gooder.com/strengthrunning and you'll be able to get free shipping on your next order. Thank you, Gooder, for sponsoring our YouTube channel. Now, I think one of the biggest mistakes I've made with my training over the last couple months is that I've just gotten too excited. I've gotten too excited about racing, about testing my fitness, and that's really hamstrung my progress because ultimately at the end of the day, a test is only valuable if you've put in the work beforehand. So I didn't really put in too much of that work, and it showed. I ran okay, but it resulted in some niggles, it resulted in some setbacks. And it's always helpful to think about racing as like a big test. You don't want to take a test every day. You don't even really want to take a test every week. In fact, taking a test is something that you should do somewhat sporadically for most of the year, because most of your time is better spent training for that test, studying, if you're getting this analogy. And putting in more training work is really the secret to getting better and having those races be much more productive. I made this mistake over the last couple months. I should not have done 2 5K time trials. Oh my God. Maybe I could have done one and then really backed off for a while, but it's probably in my best interest to focus 8 to 10 weeks on classic base training. And that is what I am going to now start doing. Mostly aerobic work. I'm gonna do a lot of neuromuscular work like strides, hill sprints, uphill strides, and that kind of work, some short fartleks, because my goal is to really build the foundation, to build the underlying base of fitness that is then going to support the harder workouts, the fast races, and the really challenging stuff that is definitely going to come later in the training cycle. So I think it's always helpful when I remember back on my running career, every breakthrough that I made almost always happened because of a big base phase of training before I started racing. So if you're in this situation too, focus on base training. I have a lot of different videos, articles, resources, etc., podcasts about base training. It's not only easy running. So, if you're just doing maffetone kind of stuff, I would encourage you to do a little bit more than that. I think some very low heart rate training is a great idea, but ultimately we need to be focusing on many of our energy systems rather than just one. So even though my comeback has stalled, stopped, is now way behind where it should be, I'm still excited about it. And I hope you're excited about whatever comeback you might be on right now, whether you're building to a race, whether you're coming back from injury or a period of time off. Let's get excited about this sport and keep pressing forward.